and the best of luck with that. Now, US researchers studying death rates during the Great Depression have found that deaths from conditions such as cancer and heart disease dropped during years of hardship. They say because people couldn't afford to indulge in rich foods, drinking and smoking, and people tended to rely more on friends and family, which boosted morale. During more prosperous times, the death rates rose again, and they concluded that in hard times, in some way, they could actually be good for us. Now, no one's, of course, saying that the prospect of losing your home or worrying about how to pay your bills is good, but do you buy into that way of thinking or where they're coming from, Sherrie?
Well, I just think we went through such a decadent period, and you know, you remember the house prices all going up to ridiculous. I mean, no one could afford houses and everything. And I think this time has come now. It's a very good point in our lives, because, you know, I know people are going through very bad times, but we've all had to pull back, and we've all had to think about our values in life and what is worth. You know, what is our worth? What matters in our life? Our family matters. Love for each other matters. You know, and even to the point where, you know, food. I mean, everything's a throwaway society now, isn't it? We throw away food. We have fridge in our food, and we just throw it away. We have clothes that we don't bother with.
You meant food in your fridge, not fridge in your fridge.
See, just because I watched that.
I know it's.
Okay. But you know something? We have food that we don't, you know, we don't sell by date, so we throw it away. We don't care, and we have clothes that we throw away now, and you know, I think that's all gone. And you just think, hang on a minute, stop. And we all have stopped, I hope. I have stopped. I don't know about you, but it's made me this terrible credit crunch that we've all gone through. But it's made me think about things, and you know, and it made me think about the values in life, and what people matter and how people matter, and that, you know, all of that. And I just think it's important.
I think that's the positive side of a recession, isn't it? That it makes us all focus on the things that are important, like compassion for other people and stuff like that. And you know, having toys and materialistic stuff like technology, it's a wonderful thing, but sometimes kids are sitting there with things like that. They're not even looking at you. They're doing that, or they're on the phone, or they're, you know, or you've got, you know, perhaps if you couldn't afford a telly or something like that, you might be forced to actually look up and look at the person in front of you and have a conversation. We went to Cornwall on holiday, and we didn't have a telly and all that, and we were on the rocks all for about 5 hours, and my kid didn't once want to go to a shopping mall or go and buy, like, glitter accessories from a girl's shop. We sat there all day, and we got on as a family, and we got back to basic communication, which was lovely.
Yeah, it is nice if you can do that in a real world. Trouble is, the world has moved on, isn't it? I always remember my dad saying, we're not going into credit. If we can't afford it, we're not having it. And I must admit, 10 years ago, we're on about 10 years, I thought my life was plain sailing. Well, literally, because I'd been on the cruise and I got married, and I thought that was it, and I was very complacent about everything. And then all of a sudden, I had the rug pulled right from under me, and I came down with a crash. And now I've gone to my dad's mentality a little bit now, because when you lose everything and you have to start again, and you have to learn how to do it all again, you start thinking, no, I'm going to keep a little bit back because I might need that for a rainy day.
But do you think you're happier for learning that lesson?
You a better person?
I'm glad I did hit rock bottom, because it has changed my values on everything now. And it is that working class thing, isn't it? It's where's the next... We don't do that anymore. We haven't got... If one of us became ill for a month or 2 months, could we afford to live for 2 months?
No,
it's a frightening prospect, actually.
Yeah. I must admit, when my husband left, I was left like you, with nothing, and I've had to start again. And these last 10 years, I've had to start again and come back and come back and come back. And I'm still fighting. But you know what? When you fight, everything is worthwhile at the end of it.
Good old Dunkirk spirit.
Yeah.